Just waiting for it to load. First load always takes the longest. Okay, so we are doing the DLC right now. Out on Gorgon.
Like what I did with the place?
Welcome on in. We are just playing a little bit of the DLC for the Outerworlds. After a certain point of the game, you'll get a package, and then it'll be well, it's a whole thing. I don't really want to give it away.
Company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Yeah, we'll see about that. In there, little guy.
I don't think I noticed that the first time I played it through.
Keep your guard up. Could be all manner of surprises in there.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there. Okay, maybe not.
I take it back. Ain't nothing here but memories.
Huh? Apparently not. Well, join me for a drink, Mr. Whoever you are. So who the devil are you? You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon. To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, a severed arm. How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop? Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles. He's definitely not doing that anymore. But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now? I sent Lucky on a dangerous mission to the Gorgon asteroid. Whoever found his remains must have wanted to inform the next of kin. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle... Excellent deduction. I can tell I found the right man for the job. How would you like to be my new freelancer?
How
There's been a
convenient.
recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
You're awful quick to trust a bunch of strangers that broke into your home.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands. I like my employees well-groomed. Appearances are everything in high society. The man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice? Of course, Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck. I wish I could say otherwise. One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth, kicking and screaming, into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need
welcome
should
on
be
in.
Mother's journal. You can find it in her
We
office
are
on
doing the
in the heart
Gorgon
of the old research facility.
DLC.
I'm not surprised. Between the family drama and the corporate conspiracy, it must feel like you've stepped on a landmine. Speak freely, Captain. I suspect it will prove that corporate greed and incompetence were to blame for the calamity at Gorgon, and not Mother. Mother was a brilliant woman. Difficult, cold, unreachable even, but brilliant. Then my family's disgrace, our curse, will be absolute. This is my last hope of redeeming the Ambrose name. I don't like my chances, but I have to try. And I need help. Your help. I didn't want to go anywhere near Gorgon. Once I exhausted all my options, the search led me back here. I even had Mother declared legally dead. Mother's body is still on Gorgon. No body means no death certificate, which means no inheritance. I killed Mother, just on paper, of course, so I could claim my inheritance. We wouldn't be standing here if I didn't have access to the family fortune. I once assumed the mansion and the money would be enough to redeem the Ambrose name. But even in Byzantium, prestige must be earned. Precisely. The smear campaign against Mother was the work of cowards. I'm vindicating the family name for her, for the colony, and for my future. Everything that Mother lost. This colony is in trouble. The lunatics at Spacer's Choice are running the asylum, and we need better people to wield their influence. After Gorgon, I quickly discovered that the Ambrose name was cursed, for lack of a better term. I had no place among the decision makers. No seat at the table.
That's Byzantium for you. Gossip mongering's a bigger sport than tossball.
That is why I'm clearing the record and vindicating the Ambrose line. For Mother, for me, and for the generations who will one day inherit Halcyon. Thank you, Captain. You won't regret this. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from... There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room. So if you want to
The
follow
Sprat
his trail,
Shack.
that would be the place.
In case you didn't know, a sprat is a
Heard of that
space
place.
rat.
Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Ought to stop in and taste the local flavor.
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound? The cash? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. A word of advice
We'll be in
before
touch.
you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Salvage rights and a paycheck? This is almost too good to be true.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
Is under construction. Thank you for your patience.
Off to Gorgon we go.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Can we talk?
Where is she?
Just stretching your leg, boss?
Hey, Captain. Next time we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too. Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one. You're the boss. Anything else? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is. I I knew a doctor like him once. He had a patient complaining of ankle pain, so he amputated the man's foot. Wasn't even the right one. Point is, good intentions don't count for shit. And nothing's more dangerous than a crusader with a cause. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it? Guess I hadn't looked at it that way. Still, Phineas isn't your only option. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway. Exactly.
Might as well aim high.
You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably don't need to tell you this, but look out for yourself. No one else out here will. Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else? You know I've got no love for top-rungers, but if Minnie's willing to pay, I say we take her money. Sure, like Ada said, he was a big name among freelancers. I met him at Lost Hope once. He was buying rounds for everyone and telling a story about one of his jobs. Pretty sure half of it was made up. Exactly. There was just something about Montoya I couldn't quite trust. He was always the center of a room, and he slapped a lot of backs to stay there. Yeah. I'm trying to say that if he screwed this job up, that's on him. I still like our odds. He may have had a rep, but you're more capable than he ever was. Yeah, well, just remember that when we get paid. What's on your mind? Sure.
All right, it's enough
Something
talking.
on your mind?
Okay, so we need to go this way. So I've got 3 out of the 4 energy weapons, I believe. Okay, let's see. Felix. Parvati. Vicar Max.
Well, here we... Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
looks like we're taking the stairs. Sell the junk. Oop, did we miss one? Yep, right here. You always gotta look all around. Is that it? Nope. What is that?
I got supplies. Hey,
Didn't mean to do that.
what do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
Come here. Let's have a chat. All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now. Good. Look up. Now look down. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation. Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check.
Excuse me.
If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs. Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better. First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty. Watch yourself out there.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
Been an age since I had a good trip of kale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be? Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage. Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road. That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him. You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off. I'm an animal lover myself, but canids have temperament issues you just can't breed out. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp. No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this, confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle. 3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
Gross.
Be seeing you.
All right, 3rd floor we go.
I wouldn't get too close to that railing, just in case.
The repurposed aesthetic reminds me of Fallbrook. These sublight folks really know how to overhaul a place.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
Ugh. I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
Probably is. Thinking I should probably trade this out. So let's go ahead and trick this one. Let's modify. Let's do that. Let me go ahead and equip it. What are you doing? Okay, so we need to... We need to get this one up there somehow. Did I do it? Yes. Okay. So it uses heavy ammo. So I got light, heavy, and energy. This is melee. Okay, now we want to modify. No, we want to tinker. Well, it runs out quick. Okay. Then we want to go and break this down. We'll break this one down. Okay. So we got 29 armor. So we got 29 armor on this helmet. 24. That one's got 29. That's 16. That's 35. Science is up 3. $32, 43. Okay, so they are good on that. So let's go ahead and break these down. That way we're not carrying too much. Now we should be good.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
So, how you feeling?
Good.
Jerome would have loved this place.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here, and whose journey's far from over. Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself. Look. It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight. My husband... Nowhere good. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. When the order came, as soon as I wasn't looking, a broken heart. This blade, I gave it to him the day we... No point in denying it, I don't like to imagine what happened. I don't have... Jerome used to drink with his buddy.
Alright, so I think we have to leave. Where is the stairs? Here it is. Okay.
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
A glass for every class.
I've eaten my fair share of Terrorize, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open something else. Whatever happened here, we're not gonna be next. Be ready.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later. Have a better than natural day.
Oh, got some guys down there. Let's come over here. Can't get in there. What is this considered? A long gun. Okay, so We going up or we going down?
Up now.
Whole string of dead bodies this way.
They brought manosaurs with them? What the hell's wrong with these people?
This reminds me of the punchline to a joke I heard once.
Initiating ocular measurement. Measurement complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted. Welcome.
Okay, here we go.
I ain't buying the facade. You can slap gold paint on a Spacer's Choice gun, but it's still gonna misfire twice a clip.
Money. Sell the junk. Buy the bullets. So I usually just sell all this stuff.
Isabel. Isabel. Say hi, Daddy. Say hi, Daddy. You and your puppies. I swear. You say hi? Ma'am, stop squishing the cracker.
She said nope. Looks like we got a few items in here. Okay, so I think that's everything on this side.
Keen skills. Spacer's Choice security folks can't hit the broadside of a mannequin.
They really think Adrena Time does all that?
Okay, let's see. Come down here. Okay, there's a skeleton back there. Not sure how we need to get back there, though. Okay, now we're going up. There's going to be enemies up here, it looks like. Oop, got an open room there. Let's grab this stuff.
Here they come.
So much for sneaking.
Try that again.
Nice.
I always wondered if these things that are written down here were like real things. Like real formulas and stuff. I'm sure that they are. Got some dead sprats. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm getting tired, it's getting late. So we will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me.